We booked this whole flight with a little agency called
This is not the Hard Rock Hotel because you have to be 21 or over to check in there.
And our travel agent clearly knew that I'm 18 and Jess is 17, and he suggested that we go there. So we got there and she was just like, oh yeah, we can't check you in, you can't do it unless you're 21. And we're like,
we've already paid for it. And she was like, what?
Can't check you in.
Oh well.
And also, this was like a highlight of our trip because we're staying in like Airbnbs.
Dodgy, the best studio apartments.
And this was like a highlight, and like the Hard Rock Cafe is like a cool thing.
Yeah, we like walked in there and we're like, oh, this is so cool. Can't wait to stay here for 2 nights.
And then so after that, we were sitting out the front in 41-degree weather.
I was on the phone to like emergency port for 1 hour.
On my phone,
sorry,
using
Carlos.
my international. Yeah, my dad's paying my phone.
We did an hour of international calls trying to get on and figure out how to get into accommodation.
So after the hour of sitting there,
hotel, didn't we?
He told us we're gonna try to like book another hotel.
And he's like, oh, you should take your bags into this hotel that's across the street somewhere, and we'll like see what we can do for you, like if you guys will have to pay the difference between this, because it was more expensive than the Hard Rock Hotel.
Expensive.
And he's like, oh, so go and ask them if they'll take out your bags for you, and then like we'll call you back in 2 hours.
2 hours because we have to wait for the time difference.
Yeah, because it was like 2 p.m. here and like 7 a.m. in Brisbane.
And I had to wait till 9. So we had to sit in a restaurant for 2 hours while like we just waited.
We just nothing, no one even got in one. Because when we talked to the guy, he just told us that we had to stay in a different, like they didn't really give us an exact hotel. They just said like your options are pretty much like you either find a different hotel and pay for it on the spot,
which
and maybe get it refunded. And like they were like, oh, you'll have to pay the difference as well, which was like 150 Australian dollars each.
We went to like Dunkin' Donuts, sat in another shop for ages, and they're like,
they said they could pay for it, but they still hadn't booked us in yet. Like they had to call up and check if they could fit us in, because there's like a 30-day policy or something at this hotel to check in. Yeah.
And then so we went to Dunkin' Donuts to wait for another call to see if it was like officially
product placement.
It was good, thanks. Watermelon cooler
iced coffee.
Definitely. Finally, yeah, like a bit after while we're waiting in Dunkin' Donuts, they finally called and were like, oh, okay, so you're all booked, like, yeah, just go back to the place where you left your bags, and like it's all sorted. And because like we put you through so much trouble, like we'll throw in
free breakfast
for you, and also
they'll waive this fee called the resort fee. The resort fee.
You don't have to pay it.
Apparently there's a resort fee that you have to pay in American hotels, and when we booked, our travel agent tell us there was like $100 fee each at the Hard Rock Hotel. So we would have like got up there and she would have been like, yep, money, and we would have been like,
he didn't tell us. We booked, we paid for it, well we thought we paid for it all because it was all done in one go. But no, that wasn't mentioned to us.
Anyway, so she told us that they'd waived
that fee,
and the breakfast, and they were covering the difference.
How
and then
lovely.
We turned up to this hotel, and first up they're like, oh yeah, here you get free breakfast and there's no resort fee. And we're like, so they really didn't do much for us at all.
So they just booked us in.
And then he was like, oh, okay, all good, your booking's here, can I have your credit card? And like Zoe's didn't work because I don't know what it was, I think he was trying to charge it or something, I don't know, for the full amount. Anyway, so then we tried to put mine in and I was like, what are we being charged for? And he's like, oh, it's just like the deposit or something.
At the end we'll charge
the full amount, or you can split payment. And we were like, but we're not paying, they sorted it out for us. And he's like, no, we haven't got any details here from anyone.
Yeah, they haven't said that.
And we were like, literally like 2 minutes ago got off the phone with the people
who said they were paid for it all.
And they were like, no, we haven't got any details. And we were like, cool.
Yeah, so we called them up again. So I had to give my phone to the hotel dude, and they were like talking to them, and they're like, I don't know, we don't do pay over the phone card. And we're like,
and then
eventually
they like asked his like higher up manager or something, and they're like, oh yeah, we can put it through. So like they hung up on our travel person in Australia. They're like, okay, we'll just go and check the fax machine or something to make sure it's all gone through. And they came back and he's like, so the travel agent company's card declined. So
you have to wait here longer.
We're gonna have to call them back again and get more credit card details. So then we had to call the travel agent yet again, and she was like, wow, I have to call again?
You have to do more stuff?
So then we gave her back to the guy.
They were really lovely here too at the hotel.
Yes, fantastic high place. Yeah, and then they've got the details through, and now we're here like 5 hours later.
It's literally bedtime.
And we're gonna go to the strip later. I mean, we still are, but...
And we have Warp Tour tomorrow, and like, we wanted to like explore today, because we leave after Warp Tour. We leave halfway through the next day, so we don't have long here at all.
Yeah.
So just waste
I mean,
all
we
our
asked
time.
our travel agent to get us here in the morning, so we
So
have
he
more
can
time, but
explore.
he doesn't, obviously isn't very good at his job.
We look dead also because we woke up like really early. We got here. We've been wandering around in the
In
heat all day.
41 degree heat.
41 degree
The
heat.
wind is like you're standing in front of a giant hairdryer everywhere you go.
Literally.
That's just too angry.
So, what is that?
There's a little like red poo stain on.
Thanks for listening to Zoe and Just Rants. We hope you don't feel